And now another very important I would like to tell you is regarding the irrigation problem we had. Say somewhere in the month of April it was, very hot here it is. Our transformer, the power which is giving supply in the power line transformer got burnt and we had no power. Though we had water in our river, there was no power, and to get the whole thing replaced it took almost 15 days. And in that hot summer I had got the potato crop in about 5 acres, and that started wilting, and I was so much worried that probably I may lose the crop because ours is a very sandy soil. Probably it requires more water those days. And earlier it was a chemical farm which was converted, but still then because of the structure of this soil which requires frequent irrigation, 15 days was too much for that potato plant which cannot survive in a hot sun. So I was so much worried, and such wonderful thing happened that time. I was alone. It was a Tuesday, because Tuesday is an off day here and all the laborers had gone, and I was alone there sitting, and absolutely no trace of any clouds or anything. And I was doing Trembak home in the evening at 5 o'clock. It may be at 5:30. I don't know from where the clouds got gathered. And since 5:30 to 6, it rained so heavily. Water was flowing all over. And the next day, I was so happy because we had got very unexpected rains and the crop which was wilting was survived. But another very important thing I would like to tell you is the next day when I inquired about the rain in the neighboring places, I was so much surprised that it had rained only in only about 3-4 kilometers vicinity and nowhere else. So this is such wonderful things. You can think how it worked on the people, worked on the crops, worked on the environment. So that was the first initial experience I got in 99. I have met the most beautiful people in life, experienced the most beautiful things about them, and it never happened with me before. You may not believe a multinational company, which is totally money-minded type of company. When I sold my first produce, which was the best beans in India, I sold to that company. It is Kedila Pharmaceuticals, an Ahmedabad-based company, and they purchased all my beans. As soon as they purchased, the manager had so much impressed, had a lot of good impression about me that immediately he thought that I would cure the green beans, because another factor that was in 99 was there was only one company called AVT McCormick. It's an American-based company. They were the only buyers of the green vanilla beans, and they were processing. So they were the only company processing in India. So they were the only lone buyers. So whatever they were offering, that was the final for the farmers. Absolutely, the farmers had no choice at all. Now though I was just a small farmer and just gone there to sell my produce to that Kedila, immediately that Kedila person thinks in another way. He thought that I should process the green beans for him. The only logic I thought of that time was, if I process the green beans of Kedila Pharmaceuticals, I would be creating a competitor for AVT McCormick. And only on one condition I agreed to do that processing was that the Kedila Pharmaceuticals should pay more than the AVT McCormick. That was the only basic condition. I was not bothered much how much the remuneration they are going to give me. So based on that, we started the processing. You may not believe it. It was just formal discussions, formal agreement, nothing on paper, nothing on paper. I repeat this, nothing on paper. It was, the beans started coming to me. The person who gave me this job had never seen my background. He had never visited my place, never knew anything about me, whether I am a small man or a big man or whatever it is. And he was so sure about me, he was so confident about me, that he insisted in his company that only I should do